rock and roll tonight. Choice Inc. Modified Tour back in action. Your pole sitter, the number 10 out of New England, Lloyd Moore. Divers on the outside of him for Chaos in that number 2 spot. The Canadian in the 3, Derek in the 4 from New York. Rafe in that 5 spot for the Capsule of Time Motorsports team. Anthony Monroe in the 6, your owner and operator of Broken Axle Motorsports. AJ Counton in Michigan for Next Level Racers. Chris Beavers for Flowers Motorsports, Beaver Race Team, and Capsule of Time on the side of that machine. And Billy O. Smith in that Mid-South Division racing for Broken Axle tonight. Great conditions here. Not bad. 79 degrees, 34% chance of rain, cloudy, 7-mile-an-hour winds. A big thanks again to ChoiceIncCT.com for being the title sponsor of the Choice Inc. Modified Tour. All right, we got 100 laps on the board here tonight. Lloyd Moore, he's the quickest. That pulled out of the trailer. Pace lights are off the car. We're ready to go racing. Johnson Flowers in the booth with us tonight, a.k.a. Mr. Pyro Maniac is what we're calling him. Mr. Flames here. Jonathan, how you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing all right here. We got a good field of cars out here. I was looking at the qualifying times. All the way up through the top 5, they're really close in times, even back to Anthony Monroe.
It's all about the bumpers. It's all about the bumper car. Here we go. Green flag out at the paperclip. Lloyd Moore is going to take him down into turn 1. Let's see if we can make it here. Lap number 1, turn 1. Everybody smooth through. Lloyd Moore made it. Oh man, Joshua Divers a little slippery coming out of 2 there, but he's able to rebound. Jake there and Derek side by side. The 18 bounces up the track. AJ Counton right there and Anthony Monroe already around on the backside here. We'll bring out our caution number 1 here, and we'll go back green here very quickly. We'll take a look at the caution and what brought it out here. And
ooh, maybe the 26. I don't know.
That's going to be on Anthony Monroe. That's on Anthony Monroe. Hit the curb and nowhere for the 26 to go there. Line them up. First one of the night.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right. Take a look here. If you ever want to go back and take a look here, people may be wanting to know. Right here. Watch this. 26. Boop. Nothing that he could have done about it. I mean, he bounced off the curb. The curb is not part of the racetrack. Sorry. All right, so we'll go P1 to green next time by, and we're going to line up and try to do it again here. Lights will go off the pace car. Lights off the pace car. Let's line them up, boys. We ain't fucking around tonight. Like I said, let's line them up. Let's get some racing in. All right, so we're going to go back to green. Quick shots here tonight, Flowers, so hopefully you're ready, buddy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, Lloyd Moore is going to try to do it again here. We'll see what kind of start he gets in that 10 machine. Divers on the outside of him, and good bunch start right there from everybody. Looks like Divers may have missed a gear there and probably started in second. Not 100% sure, but we're able to go through 1 and 2 clean here. Back in the back, AJ Counton right there. Single file now. And looks like these boys should be able to check up pretty good here. Divers right now in that 57 to 38 of Derek in the 4 right behind him. And that curb gets you, man. Them tires are so wide, Flowers. It doesn't take much. Once you get down there and you hit that curb, it bounces you right up the track here. You see that with the 18, the new acquired Capsule of Time Motorsports driver, Rafe Hatton. And he's in that 18 machine there. And AJ Counton back there in the 26. What are you seeing, Flowers?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing there. You get into that curb, you're going to slide up the track, and it's going to give the person behind you room to drive up under you there. And the first couple of laps here, these guys got to let those tires warm up or they will be sliding around there. And well, if you get loose, you're going to lose position because these top 3 here, especially bumper to bumper.
Yep, your top 3 drivers, Lloyd Moore, your pole setter there in that number 10 machine out front, looking good. He's got the Canadian right behind him, putting the pressure on from Chaos Motorsports 2 and 3 right now. Derek in that 4 spot, and Rafe now up to the number 5 spot. That's where he started. That's where he's currently at. So we'll see how these drivers line up. We got 92 laps left to go here, Flowers. A long way. They will not make it on fuel. We looked at fuel calculations. Green flag action, they can make it about 70 laps.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it looks like your biggest mover right now will be Jake. He's up 1 spot. Also, AJ up 1 spot.
AJ Counting up 1 spot. Chris Beaver's also up 1 spot. Started 8th. He's currently in the 7th spot. So some of your big movers that we call losers out here. Anthony Monroe back 2 spots there after that earlier curb accident there. Puts him back to the 8th spot. He started in the 6th spot here. Anthony Monroe, the asphalt cowboy from Texas, trying to get it done here tonight in the capsule of time, or excuse me, there, it has it on his screen there. Broken Axle Motorsports, Able Creations, and Backwoods Vacation Rentals there. He's got to update his driver profile there. He's got some people on there that are no longer there. So Anthony Monroe in that number 8 spot. Chris Beavers, he's right ahead of him there. That's one of your guys there, the 77, working his way into that number 7 spot. Christian Beavers out of Cleveland, Tennessee. And I tell you, it's good to see Beavers on the asphalt, Flowers.
Yeah, it definitely is. He said he was going to run some asphalt this season. I said, well, we pay for it, so jump in there and race it. And he's getting out there. He's riding around. He's letting these guys that are faster than him by, you know, just getting out there and learning the track and learning how things go out there on the asphalt world.
Yep, you're never going to try it if you don't learn it, and you're never going to learn it if you don't try it. So a couple things that you got to do in life. So Lloyd Moore right now, he's feeling what it's like to be out front here. Pressure still being put onto him from the Canadian for Chaos. Divers there still in the 3. Derek in the 4. Rafe still in the 5. No changes at all here. So everybody's still kind of just running their line. We're going to jump inside the cockpit here with the new acquired Capsule of Time Motorsports driver, the 18, Rafe Hatton here. And he's looking pretty clean here, Flowers. You watch that line, and it's all about tire wear here, man. This track will chew your tires up kind of like a New Hampshire, but, man, this thing is a cheese tire grater when it comes to fronts.
Yeah, definitely, because this is a paper clip turns, as you were calling it earlier. They're really tight corners, and, well, you're really on that right front tire when you go through that corner there, and it's really going to chew that thing up on that asphalt. No dirt is rough on the right rear, but those things are a lot different. They do roll over the same, but the dirt cars, you're more on the right rear, whereas this, you're on the right side, period.
Absolutely. We jump inside that Capsule of Time, LLC.com gearbox cam, and we're riding with Joshua Divers, and he's looking back, and he's seeing Derek right behind him here. Some great shots of that car coming up, and look at him, rotors, Flowers. A lot of braking here at Martinsville, one of the most braking tracks on the entire circuit, because you're going from 100 to about 65 in the turns, maybe a little slower, and you really got to get back on it before you get ran over.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I seen Jake hit about 102. He's going 70 through the turn there. But yeah, definitely, if you don't get going, these guys are so close together, you're going to get ran over. As it looks like Lloyd Moore is coming up on lap traffic. Let's see if it plays a role or if they're going to move up out of the way here.
Well, lap traffic should go low on the straightaways, and they should probably stay high in the corners here. So we'll see what kind of pass they take here. We'll jump into cockpit, and we see him right now. That looks like it's going to be Billy O. Smith here. So, and we'll get on the mic here and we'll let him know. Lap car, please stay high in the corners, or low on the straightaways, please. Thank you. All right, so we gave the announcement to the lap car here, low on the straightaways, high in the corners. So riding with your leader right now, seeing how he's going to navigate his way through. This is Lloyd Moore, and he's going to go up here and follow right behind him here and try not to lose too much pace here. And looks like he should be able to go right there. Good looking stuff right there. We appreciate Billy O. Smith.
Yeah, nice.
Letting those guys go. Thank you, Bill. Doing what he needed to do right there. Thank you. Perfectly done. Thank you, Bill. That was perfect. Thank you. All right, Billy O. Smith there and giving the guys what they needed right there. That was a clean pass. So when the lap cars don't interfere with the race, that's great. Not that I have a problem with lap cars, not at all. Everybody runs at a different pace. My biggest problem is when they are in the way. So right now you got a great battle for first, second, third, and fourth, all within a car length or less apart. When that lap car that's not really going to be in the outcome of the top three kind of make it how they want to do it, it really does make a big problem, Flowers. And you know that. You've seen it.
Yeah.
You've been that car in the dirt. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
I definitely have. Yes, sir. And it's in the dirt world, it's more difficult to to do, especially in the corners. Sometimes you try to go up the track, you can't navigate it like you can on the asphalt. Asphalt, you can move up the track easier. As we see Lloyd Moore there, Nighthawk, he just bobbled there, and I thought that was going to open the gate for Jake, but he recovered well.
Yeah, Jake recovering nicely here, and it is a race of endurance here. I mean, 100 laps, it's double normally than what we normally ran last few seasons in the Tour Mod races. The sun's starting to go down late afternoon here. This race is going to transition into a night race here, and a lot of things are going to change. The track's going to get cooler, the tires are going to start wearing off, and it's going to get crazy here when these guys decide to pit and put on that new set of tires, because by that time, it's probably going to be dark, Flowers.
Oh, yeah, definitely, and we are now 28 laps in of that 100, so we're just over a quarter of the way there, and well, no changes so far. These guys are single file. You can get Grandpa's quilt out and throw him over that top 3 there.
Yeah, top 3 right there, and hell, Derek said make it a comforter. I'm coming in, so 4 right now. Derek sliding his way up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and tire wear, like I said, they should really start being able to fill it here. You're going to see some of the drivers now transition into that safe mode. As you see the Canadian into 2-spot, he's backing way off. Maybe he's feeling a little something in those tires that Lloyd's not feeling right now. Now, Jake, being the Canadian he is for Chaos, he's more of the dirt driver. He's not very bad on asphalt. He comes over and runs it, but the asphalt driver for Chaos that's here tonight, that's Joshua Divers, and he's in that 3 spot, and it looks to me on the timers here, he's a 10th or 2 quicker than Jake in front of him. So either he's going to pull the Billy Van Meter move and wreck his own teammate to get around him, or he's going to get on the bike and say, hey, you got to move out of the way. I got to go chase Lloyd, because them messing around, Flowers, Lloyd's running away with this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That time by, Jake was 18.787, and Divers was 18.75.
Let's take a look here. What happened to AJ Counting here? Watch the 26 on the screen here. Looked to be crab walking down the back, and whoa, gets up there on the wall again. Wow. Boom, down to the inside. No caution out. He's down and off the track, and heaven forbid he landed right there as he was coming into pit road. So, my God, tough break for AJ Counting tonight in the Next Level Racer machine there. My God. But Flowers, that did not interfere with the race. We're still green.
Nope. That's right, Nighthawk. And, well, lucky for him, though, he was right there at pit roads to where he could get into the pits and keep this thing green.
The worst thing about some crashes are when they're self-inflicted crashes. When you run yourself into the wall, or you hit the curb and you spin out, or something happens, anything like that, those are some of the worst crashes, you know. But I guess you'd rather wreck yourself than be wrecked by somebody else. So, tough break for AJ Counting. Looks like he'll be out of this one here tonight. And great run from them and everybody over at Next Level Racers. Good to see AJ out here running strong. I know he was excited about the Martinsville race tonight, but unfortunately, his race is done at lap 34.
Yeah, Nighthawk is looking right here. Looks like the 18 of Rafe is Beavers is around. No caution, but looks like there it is.
You got to escape. You cannot sit on the bottom of the track. You cannot sit on the bottom of the track. You almost ran into a car.
As I was saying there, Nighthawk,
it was an unnecessary yellow right there. Unnecessary yellow coming out.
But what I was watching there before that yellow came out, I could see Rafe was starting to reel in. There's those other guys in front of him. I was watching the times there. But all these guys are going to hit the pit roads here, Nighthawk.
I mean, you're sitting here. There's like 6 seconds of sitting. And then this right here. Oh, my God. That would have been... Yikes. All right, you hate to see it for Chris Beavers. He's in the pits here. So your leaders are going to come down pit road right now, so I'm sure they were excited to see it. So Lloyd Moore going to come down the pits here, grab some fuel, grab some tires, grab whatever he needs here. We'll see what he takes here. Looks like left sides for Lloyd. The Chaos Boys and everybody in the back going lefts also. So, yes, I know it's rights. Somebody in the comment section of a YouTube video one day said something about it. They're like, hey, you know they're changing the rights, right? And I'm like, you know they watch the broadcast, right? So if I tell them left, they know it's right, or if I say right,
Nah,
they're just taking the fronts
yep,
here, you know?
yep.
So, yeah. So right now, looks like a couple guys going to try to stay out here and change things up. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
yep.
definitely time for a new keyboard. Get with Flowers Motorsports, your team owner, and let him know, and he'll get one shipped out to you ASAP. All right. Rafe right now, Billy O. Smith looks to be sitting 1-2 here as the laps here do count under caution here, so we're not going to rush them because we had a lot of guys coming to pits here and trying to get service done and doing all that stuff. So Rafe out front, Billy O. Smith, I'm not
Checking
sure,
up in 3.
not sure where he's going. Billy O. Smith, are you lost, bud?
He's taking his pit stop now, I guess. I don't know.
He said, I'm going to go ahead and park behind the pace truck. I'm done for the night. If you want, but go back and watch this, guys. Everybody may be curious, like, what the hell's going on here? So he came down this right here thinking this was pit road. Now watch this. He gets up behind the pace car and he realizes, I think I fucked up.
It was
Yep. So, yeah, he's up, and he's in the right pits now. He had to jump over to his stall. Hey, it's why I tell these guys pre-race, always go out and run a couple laps. Learn where the pit road entrance is. Learn where the exit is, because you never want to get behind the safety safari truck on pit road. That's definitely not the right way to go. So, Flowers, have you ever done that? You ever went down the wrong way in pit road and ended up somewhere where you've had to escape to go to the pits?
Well, no, I have at Bristol one time went down the wrong pit stall. My pit was on the other side, but no, other than that, no, I haven't.
All right, so Rafe Hatton going to go ahead and stay out here on these old tires. Everybody else, new tires ready to go here. So I don't think it was a smart move for the 18 to stay out there because he's going to get blasted by like a rocket going at that Chinese balloon here. Watch how fast he gets past here. I guarantee it, because or it could be like what we did. We end up missing it. So we'll see what happens here. But the 18 is probably going to get smoked here. So we'll see what happens. And good-looking stuff right there. The 18 out to a good start here. Lloyd Moore going to jump into the 2 spot here, and we'll see the action here. It won't take long for these guys with new tires to get up right behind him here. Watch this. I'd say within a lap here. Watch and
yeah,
see here.
they're going to ride a lap or so and get these tires, get a little heat in them, and then, well, that 10 car will probably be able to drive past him on the outside.
Yeah, because lap 44 of 100 now. Unless Rafe is banking on a late caution so he could go in and grab some fresh tires, as Divers gets loose in that 3 spot there, and that's going to allow Derek there to slip onto the inside, and Divers with a huge mistake back there. So he got really loose coming out of the exit of that corner, and it's going to allow Derek now to move up to the number 3 spot here. Lloyd Moore in front of him, Divers in that 4 spot, and the Canadian right behind Divers here. So a little role reversal here. Anthony Monroe in that 6 spot there for Broken Axle Motorsports, and everybody else involved there looking great tonight. So up front, it's the 18, Rafe Hatton for Capsule of Time Motorsports, working his way up there. It's weird saying that. It really is. And getting the information late last night about some drivers changing over and swapping around. So it's always late breaking news. You never know what you're going to get in the league, man. Guys swap teams like swap underwear, man. It's crazy. So the 57 looking to go to the inside of the 38 of Derek here. Great battle. As we got a couple battles, looks like they're going to be brewing up here. Lloyd Moore looking to go to the inside of the 18, and nothing's going to stick quite yet. But now those tires are warmed up for the 10. You're going to see some action here, Flowers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Rafe knows he's coming. It probably won't take long. There it is. He's on the inside of Rafe. Let's see if he gives him room or if he's going to close the doors on him. But the 10's going to try to drive past him on the coming out of the turn.
Yep, 10's going to take to the inside. Yeah, no problem for Lloyd Moore. Like I said, new tires always outbeat the old tires 10-1. No problem there. So the 10's going to go and take that number 1 spot there from Rafe. Rafe's going to drop to the 2, and here comes Divers. He also took some new tires. Now, like I said, the one thing that Rafe could have been doing was playing the tire game here. So essentially all these guys up here already took their only 1 set of tires they had in the race. The 18 has not. So if there is a late race caution and the 18 goes in and gets new tires, could he drive himself back up through a 10-car field? I think he could.
Oh, yeah. if he's on the lead lap, we got Joshua Divers in the 18 getting sideways there, but if he's on the lead lap, Nighthawk, he would be in sixth position
yeah,
to
we're gonna go take a
restart
look here,
the
take a
main
look at what
event.
happened here with the Joshua Divers in the 18 here. So it looks like, oh, Divers just got in there a little hot there and got into the 18 there. So, well, that's going to happen. So we're staying green. Lloyd Moore, he's stretching that lead out now. See, all the guys back here rumbling and bumbling. They're trying, but right now, the 18's got old tires, and he knows it. So he's going to be in for a world of hurt here as everybody's going to start freight lining him here on the inside here. The 38's going to be the next one to get around the 18. And it was fun while it lasted, but it was only a matter of time before the temps got up in the tires and everybody started rolling, Flowers.
Oh yeah, definitely. As Jake got past him, and the 38's going to get past this time. Don't know what his idea was by not going into the pit there, but we'll see what his strategy is. I'm kind of curious about it.
Yeah, right now the 57 trying to battle with the 82 of Anthony Monroe here. And Joshua Diver struggling back here in the back right now with some. You never want to be in the back of these races. I've tell people this every week. Always try to get yourself up to the front and establish yourself up there, because when you get in the back, you're playing Russian roulette. You never know what's going to happen, or a car goes into the wall in front of you, and next thing you know, your race is done. So 56 of the 100 in the books here tonight, Flowers, and it's been a great one so far as we just reached the halfway point. We saw Rafe was the leader there for a couple laps. That bounced off. The 77 of Chris Beavers happened to go back into pit road there for some reason. Not sure what happened with him, if you could check on that. But he looked to be going to the pits. Billy O. Smith still in the pits. But up front, Lloyd Moore, he's comfortable, man. He's running away with the show right now over a second and a half lead for the 10 machine. The Canadian in the 2, Derek still in the 3, Anthony Monroe in the back wins Vacation. Broken Axle Motorsports machine, he's in the 4 spot. So Flowers, we're just over halfway here. The guys have already taken a set of tires here. I mean, could Lloyd Moore get back around and probably catch the 18 and put him a lap down so that strategy wouldn't even matter?
Well, right now he is 3.3 seconds back, so he's got to make 15 seconds. Just over halfway. If this thing stays green, he possibly could catch him, but he's going to have to run those tires pretty hard, though. And, well, Rafe still has a set of tires in his back pocket, per se. And, but you were asking about Beavers there, and I checked in with it. Looks like Beavers parked his car there over on pit road. We don't see no action going on with the 77 machine.
All right, 77 up and out of this one here. Lap 59 for him. So, tough break for that team over there tonight. And Chris Beavers, like I said, this is more of a learning season for Beavers on the asphalt side of things, and we appreciate him coming out and trying to run it with the guys here. So up front, Lloyd Moore, though, he ain't taking no training wheels tonight. He said, get the wheels off the car, we're going racing. So full second and a half lead on the Canadian in the 2 spot for Chaos. Derek in that 3 spot, though, he was running strong earlier in the season with the Super Late Model Series and the Tour Mod. So good to see Derek back up here battling for a podium. I feel like it's been a few weeks since we talked to him, and if he can hold on to there, he's got Anthony Monroe charging behind him. But well, as we're closing in, the less than 45 laps to go here, or 35 laps, excuse me, anybody's race now, Flowers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't see anybody catching up to Lloyd Moore right now, but they could be saving tires here as, well, Lloyd, I would say he's probably burning some of the rubber up on those tires. But you never know, Nighthawk. It could be Monroe move up through there, as he is the biggest mover right now. As I'm looking at the board here, he started 6th. He's up to 4th.
Yeah, Anthony Monroe in that 82 Broken Axle Motorsports owner right there. If you're looking for a race team to join, check out Broken Axle Motorsports. Anthony Monroe will lead you in the right direction there. Yeah, CapsuleTimeLLC.com there. Broken Axle Motorsports, Able Creations, and Backwoods Vacation Rentals there, trying to get themselves on the podium. Anthony Monroe running very strong here late in this one after the earlier accident where he got up onto the curb, but it looks like he's rebounding very nicely here. He's got Joshua Divers behind him and a very quick Derek in that 3 spot. So Anthony Monroe, he's got a chance here with a few laps left here, Flowers, to get up there and get on that podium.
Oh yeah, definitely. And as you were talking about Joshua Divers there, it's not like him. He started in the P2 tonight, and he slipped all the way back to the 5. I'm just wondering if he's saving or if he's got something going on with that thing tonight.
He might have some damage, as we've seen he was involved with that accident with Rafe up there that didn't go into the pits when everybody else did, stayed out, and there was a little racing incident there between him and him. So I don't know if something happened with the toe linkage up front or maybe the steering's a little off. But yeah, definitely seems a little odd here for the 57 to be cruising around in the P5 here tonight in a shorter strength of field. He's more dominant than that. He should be up front. So very odd to see the 57 cruising back there in that number 5 spot. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him here as we close in with 30 laps left to go here at the paperclip. Back up front, it's the 10 machine, Lloyd Moore out of New England. Like I said, Lloyd's been around the league for over a year now. He races every now and then in a bunch of different series. Definitely loves the short track. He came along with Rick Kelly. Rick Kelly, I believe, lives about 10 minutes down the street from Lloyd Moore. So pretty cool to have your neighbor playing iRacing with you. So Lloyd Moore, he came in strong, and he's gotten so much better. Lloyd Moore has improved a lot from his earlier days being in the league, man. He's showed up. He's run a lot of good races, and he's been involved in the bad stuff, too. I mean, there was some incidents where he was getting banged around earlier in the league by some of the quicker guys, but he's gotten a lot quicker in the last 6 months than a lot of other guys I've seen that's been racing on iRacing. So very proud to see Lloyd Moore, and it would be very special to see Lloyd Moore in victory lane here, but I don't know. He's got to hold off here for about 27 more laps, Flowers.
Oh yeah, Lloyd looking really strong tonight. I definitely think he has the car to beat tonight, but yeah, you're exactly right about learning the different races and stuff with these guys beating and banging on you and teaching you the ropes there. But I've definitely, even on the dirt side, Nighthawk, learned a lot from racing in the league. It helps me as far as navigating through traffic and, well, trying to be that lap car that stays out of the way. I'm slowly but surely improving, and like you said there, Lloyd is looking a lot better, and I gotta agree with you on that one.
Absolutely. As we got a caution out on the speedway here, we're going to take a look at what happened here, as it looks like the tag came in right here. We'll take a look here, and it looks like the Joshua Divers may have made some contact here, and he did. That was going to be on Joshua Divers getting into the back of the 38. Let's get it figured out here. Let's go. All right, moving to the tail end of the field there. Gets into him there and brings out the yellow flag there. So caution out on the speedway, and that's going to be that. So Divers going to the tail end of the field here. So rough night for Divers. You seen it there, and Derek was running pretty strong here. So that caution's coming out now. We talked about it. Rafe's now going to go into the pits here and probably grab them freshies that he's been waiting on here. He's licking his chops here to come down pit road. So we'll see if he grabs them tires, gets back out there. But Lloyd Moore, we have less than 25 laps, I believe, once we go green here. And them fresh tires for Rafe may come into play right now.
Yeah, I think you may have been exactly right on the tire game. He was just hoping and praying that it would have a late race caution, and sure enough, he got the late race caution. Even if he comes out in 6th right here, Nighthawk, he's still got plenty of chance to work up there and get to the front with him on these fresh tires as you see him warming them up there.
Yep, Rafe's going to come out of the pits here. He's going to be happy like a kid on Christmas morning. He's like, oh my God, brand new tires. I can't believe it. So he's going to have a shot here to drive up through the field. Not a big field here tonight, so he's not going to have a whole lot of traffic to go. But he can't be too aggressive and wreck people along the way. So he's got to be careful because you do not want to have to get EOL'd and EOL'd. So, you know, you got to really be on your best behavior. Even though you got them fresh shoes, you seen how patient Lloyd Moore was up there with him. He let the tire pressure build up. He let Rafe lead a few laps, and then, like the predator he is, he went in there and fucking stabbed him and took that lead right back away.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna get a good chance here as he'll get to start in the 5th position, which is a good place to start. He'll be on the bottom, exactly where you need to be on that turn 1.
Yep, exactly where you want to be here. So lights go off the pace car this time by. We're going to be somewhere around 23, 24 laps to go. I'm not sure. We don't have it up on the screen here, but it shouldn't be very many left here. So a very great night of racing. Big thanks again to Choice Inc. CT.com. Make sure you check them out. Great people over there, Jay Bones and everybody. We appreciate the support. And we're going to go green here, Flowers, as we're closing it down here at the paperclip. Lloyd Moore led about every lap he can lead, other than a few of those laps that were led by the 18 machine. Now, Joshua Divers, like I said, he's normally a front runner. Dead last right now. He's got 1 EOL on his agenda here. 1 more puts him on the trailer. He would not want that, especially on a night when Billy Van Meter's not here. If Billy Van Meter does not show up to a tour mod race, you got a good chance at winning, right? I think so.
Oh yeah, definitely. As you were saying, we will have 20 to go here as we are lap 80 of the 100.
All right, Lloyd Moore, he's going to be the control car. He'll go when he's ready to go here. Good looking start right there. Lloyd Moore going to keep him true and honest as they go down into turn number 1. Anthony Monroe right there in that P3 spot. Rafe right behind him with them new tires underneath the 38. 18 now going to try to dig his way up to the front here with 20 laps. Patience. All I got to say. Right now, they're
Ooh, he
working their
about
way
got
up
the
there.
38.
38 out of here. So both those drivers gone as they had too many incident points for those guys. So all those guys back there out with incident points. So, you hate to
The
see it.
Freshies did not work out in his favor.
Did not work out in his favor. Disqualified from incident point counter. Set at 16. They managed to get 16 of them tonight. So Jake right now, he's in the 2 spot. The 3 of Anthony Monroe. Joshua Divers in the 4 right now. So this is it. This is all you have on the track right now. This is who's made it through. Lloyd Moore, the Canadian, Anthony Monroe, and Divers. This is it. 17 laps to go. And yeah, the incident counter racked them up for him, man. It doesn't take long to get 16, but that's a hefty amount. Once you get 16, you gotta go park it. So that's an iRacing thing. You hate to see it, but that's the counter we got here. So Lloyd Moore, 16 to go, and all he's got is the battle behind him here. So, and there goes Divers. Divers out with too many incident points also. So now your top 3 is running. Top 3 incident point counter getting them all. So your top 3 right now with 16 to go. Lloyd Moore, Jake, and Anthony Monroe. Now, we're going to take a look here at the incident counter just so guys at home can see 16, 16, 16. Anthony Monroe, he's a 2X away from getting it on the trailer, so I hope to God he doesn't hit nothing or we're going to have a top 2 interview here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Monroe's just going to sit back there and cruise around in 3rd and take it home in the P3 and not push the issue, as these guys have more incidents they can give than he has. So I see Anthony Monroe riding around in 3.
Yeah, right now he's holding on to that 3 spot with 13 left to go here. Your top 3 guys right here on the track. Everyone else got X'd out. Too many incident points. And it was set at 16. It was a great number to have out here. I mean, that gives you a few chances to use the Nerf bar if you need to. But once you start beating and banging too much, they add up quickly. So Lloyd Moore right now, your leader up front. And he's running pretty good. He's got 0 incident points. Lloyd Moore, no problem for the 10 machine. He hasn't touched anything out here. Same with the Canadian. Both those guys very clean for 1-2. A tough break for
definitely.
Everybody else.
And those 2 both had to drive up through the traffic with Rafe there on that restart where Rafe didn't take tires and everybody else did. So they did have to drive up through traffic. It's not like they've been running up front the whole time and didn't have to pass a car. So yeah, it definitely pays to stay clean and race a good race here.
Yep, you see it right now. Lloyd Moore still out front in that 10 machine. 9 to go. The Canadian in that 2 spot right behind him. Hard break right there from the Canadian as he tries to slow it down. Anthony Monroe still in that 3 spot. He can't go any further back, folks. You keep a track at home. Anthony Monroe cannot fall to 4th place. He will be 3rd no matter what, unless he gets disqualified for a 2X here. Other than that, he should stay in the P3 spot here, unless he moves up, of course, with an accident or something ahead of him here. So right now, Anthony Monroe, the Asphalt Cowboy, in the P3 for Broken Axle Motorsports. The 2 spot right now, the Canadian for Chaos. And Lloyd Moore up there in that number 10, the machine. He is your leader, and he's led about every lap tonight, other than maybe about 6. He's been on a roll, Flowers, all night long.
Oh, yeah, he looked really good here, qualifying quick time here. As you said, he's led almost every lap. I would not be surprised if Lloyd Moore wins this thing, but Jake may have something up his sleeve here. His Chaos is probably, Josh Divers probably telling him in his ear right now what he can do to get by that 10 machine.
Yep, Joshua Divers definitely probably in the ear saying, hey, this is what you can do. You can try this, try that. As you see another hit to the wall there, so that's going to close the incident counter even closer. I believe that would probably put him at, yes, he will now have a 2X there. So got to be careful. Them walls that get you, and I think that's what happened to a lot of these guys. That's how they accumulated so much, was every time you hit that wall, I believe it gives you a 2X, or you hit the curb or something. So, but Lloyd Moore stretching this lead out here, and I think he's going to probably take care of business unless the Canadian can find a quicker line here. With 3 laps to go at the paperclip in the Choice Inc. Modified Tour, week number 4 here tonight. Ready to go. Jonathan Flowers in the booth with me tonight. It's been a pleasure having you in here for this one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's always a pleasure coming up in the booth and helping you out here. I enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun. Even the asphalt, I'm not an asphalt guy, but I like to get in here and help out wherever I can help.
Yep, absolutely. It's much appreciated. White flag coming out this time by for Lloyd Moore in that 10 machine. Look at it wave one more time. Around the paper clip he goes. The Canadian right there behind him in that 2 spot for Chaos Motorsports. Down the backstretch one more time for Lloyd Moore. It's been 100 great laps. He's had 0 incident points. He's going to take the checkered flag here at Martinsville tonight. The Canadian in that 2 spot, and the Asphalt Cowboy. Gonna round out your top 3. Unofficial results left of the screen. Top 3, the only 3. Get them up there. Line them up. Let's go. Good run, boys. All right, there you have it right there. Your top 3 in the books here. Anthony Monroe, the Asphalt Cowboy, in that number 3 spot. The Canadian, Jake, in that 2. And Lloyd Moore out of New England. Going to take home the win here tonight, the Choice Inc. Modified Tour at the paperclip. We'll get interviews underway here in just 1 second as the drivers get themselves perched up, and looks about as good as they're going to park it here. Looks like they're going to give a little bit more here, and see here, they're going to park it over there, you know, and somebody's going to try to move over a little bit, and I got to give you guys a round of applause on the way to park them cars. Good job.
Nice.
All right, here we go. We're going to start off with the 3rd place driver out here tonight, up 3 spots from where he qualified. And that Broken Axle Motorsports machine. Anthony Monroe, you got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Hey, good race. All you had to do was make it to the end here. Everybody else X'd out behind you. Top 3, up 3 spots. Job well done. 100 completed laps here at the paperclip. Involved in that little accident earlier with the curb, and find yourself P3 here late in this one. Break down your run for us.
Yeah, we went there in the corner, and I saw Rafe kind of push up and get into, I think it was the 38, and I saw him go a little sideways, so I went to go down, left front, caught the curb, and I was like, ah, well, crap, around it went. So yeah, from there, it was just trying to stay up with the pack and not lose too much ground on them, and just try to save as much as I could. And unfortunately, I was only 4 X's away from getting DQ'd myself, so.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild one back here. Like I said, it stayed daylight out here for us. We thought maybe it was going to turn dark, but everybody ran pretty smooth and not a lot of caution. So great race again, Anthony. Congratulations on the P3 here tonight. And who's some great sponsors you want to thank, buddy?
6.4 Graphics, Black Magic Studios, Broken Axle Motorsports, and Broken Axle Motorsport Podcast.
Awesome work. There you have it. Anthony Monroe getting it done here tonight. P3 at the paperclip. Went over now to our second place driver. He comes from Canada. His name is Jake, and he races for Chaos Motorsports. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, good run out there. Great battle between you and Lloyd up there up front. It looks like the speed. You were glowing them rotors. You were really testing out that new brake pedal you got, and it worked out pretty good for you here tonight. P2. Kept your nose clean all race long. I think it was you and Lloyd with the only guys with 0 incident points. So, great race there. Great feat there with 0 incident points. Congratulations on that. And break down your run for us, Jake.
Yeah, thank you. Just basically was holding up or following Lloyd around for a little bit at the start, and was hoping he was going to make a mistake. Maybe I could get by him. Felt like before the second caution, I had a little bit more speed than he did. Car felt a little bit weird on the new tires, but fell back on the restart, and then everybody was kind of getting a little bit dicey around lap 50, so I was just kind of hanging out and managed to pick up a few spots, make my way back up to second.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a game of chess, not checkers. Great run again out there tonight. Congratulations again on the P2 here at Martinsville. And who's some great sponsors you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Chaos Motorsport, Billy, for getting me these new pedals, obviously. That was a sweet sponsorship, and you for putting on the show.
Awesome work. There you have it. The Canadian P2 here tonight at the paperclip. Great work, man. All right, we'll head over now to your race winner in that number 10. It's Lloyd Moore. He's been racing with us for a while now. Lloyd, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, finally in victory lane. I think you've been here once or twice before, but with the new season and everything rolling here, it's good to see you back out here in action in the famous number 10 machine. Qualified first, finished first. The race went pretty smooth there until we had that first caution, and then you guys went into the pits, and the 18 stayed out, and he ran a couple good laps. It looked like you let him hang out up there until your tire pressures went up, and you got the grip, and you went around him, and you never looked back. Break down your race for us, Lloyd.
Yeah, that was the key for me. Pretty loose the first 4 or 5 laps on a run, and just trying to take it easy and not get run over, because I know some of these guys like to dive in deep, and that's their style. Mine's a little more conservative and try not to lose the car the first 5 laps each run. Once I was able to do that and kind of just set sail and set a rhythm, hit my marks. Missed them a couple times, but luckily, when I missed them, I had a good enough cushion, and was just kind of looking at the split times and stuff to see where I was at, and just tried to run the same pace as the guys that were running behind me, and not really burn up my stuff in case I needed it late in the run. And just happy to be up here, run out front, and my new setup, got all new Fanatic wheel and V3 inverted pedals and the shifter and my trip monitors and stuff like that. Just still getting used to all this stuff and fine tuning things, and having an opportunity to run up front in this league and the other leagues that I race in, and it's just exciting. I try to race clean, and you guys know that. I don't want to win by the bump, and I don't want to spin guys out racing aggressive, and I just try to be respectful out here, and tonight it just all paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely paid off. Again, like I said, very respectable driver in this league. I know that for a fact, and I appreciate you being around here and racing as clean as you do and being respectful as you are. And Lloyd Moore, who's some great sponsors you want to thank tonight, buddy?
Well, I'm still running that nice unsponsored machine, so I just gotta thank you for putting this on, and it gives me an opportunity to race a night or two a week when I'm free, and the guys that are in here and stuff, pretty classy guys, they're pretty fast guys, and I'd like to see more numbers in here for you and the rest of us, because the competition is really good, and I think the caliber of drivers is good. It's just trying to get everybody here on the same night, and have a little bit bigger of a field, and have some fun competition out here with the guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations again on the win here tonight. Lloyd Moore takes it home. The Canadian into 2, and the Asphalt Cowboy rounds out your top 3. Great race, boys.